Hey everyone, I'm back with episode 2 of this series, and last time I actually left you off at the top of this place, so let's go down. I know that below here I have to pray mage, and I'm actually just going to start finishing my trip, or starting my trip to Dagannoth Kings, and then see how far I can actually get before I have to leave, or I stop this episode. So, one of the main plans I'm actually thinking of for Dagannoth Kings is just strictly trying to make money, to have a little bit of fun before the Evolution of Combat comes out, which is actually coming out in 9 days since I have actually started this episode. So, in a couple days, or the next time that you see one of these, I might actually be on the Evolution of Combat server type attack combat style. I'm not sure how I'm going to do against DKs, honestly, before then. So I'm a little bit weary. If this trip lasts long enough where I am going to DKs with the whole Evolution of Combat, then I need to basically prep for some things. I need to make sure that I know how to use the Evolution of Combat, because I know that I'm not familiar with the action bar or anything of those means. Melee prayer. So I'm not familiar with the action bar. I'm not familiar with Dagannoth Kings in the Evolution of Combat. I'm not familiar with how to really boss in the Evolution of Combat, because I think it's going to be pretty difficult, to be honest, especially against things that I used to just be able to AFK camp, like Dagannoth Kings. Those I think are supposed to be the ones that are getting buffed up to the point where you can't really do that so much, because I know that Tormented Demons were buffed up to the point where they were extremely hard to kill or impossible to kill in some situations, and they were actually extremely hard to solo. So that actually turned them into more of a viable boss if you wanted to go and get just strictly, what's the word I'm thinking of? If you wanted to go just strictly for Dragon Claws, then Dragon Claws might actually be more expensive as soon as that stuff comes out. So let's get started with this run. What I'm going to do is actually, on the bottom side there should be a Dagannoth Supreme, hopefully, that's on me, and that's it. And if that happens, then I want to go down and fight him. I also want to be basically full stacks on this, so what I'm going to do is run down there, overload, and then per melee start doing that. Run down there, overload, I'm going to put Turmoil on, and then I'm going to pot up to my full health points, and then just go in and see if I can lure and tank the beasts, or the Dagannoth Kings. So I'll start my overload right here, and I can start also potting up with Sorrow Brews. You could have done this in the way where you can use your Excalibur to do this, but that was not too big of a deal. Okay, I'm going to go down, because after this I'm just going to start tanking some. Okay, keep on praying magic, because if I'm just going to go attack this guy, I'm trying to tank all of them, so I'm going to be taking damage from these two, but not from Prime, and that's a good thing, because Prime is the one that does the most damage, and that's the one that I mainly want to avoid. Let's see, how is this going? Here's the point where you just basically drink as many brews as you need to survive, because this is when you're going to be taking the most damage, or at least this is when I'm going to be taking the most damage. What are my stats right now? 87. They should be going up though, because I'm overloaded, right? That's another thing about the Evolution of Combat. I'm not sure how good this inventory is going to be after the thing, and I don't want to be here if I have this crappy inventory for bossing. Because one thing that they did do, they kind of made the Evolution of Combat kind of made brews and overloads a completely worthless inventory for this kind of a trip. So I don't want to be here the whole time if that's going to be happening. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot, but I'm trying to get into position. Here we go. Okay, so now I can just basically AFK, turn off my turmoil, and I should be set. So a couple things that I have to either do or finish before the Evolution of Combat comes out. I have to be done with this trip, and the reason why I'm saying that, as in I'm worried about it, is because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be here. Because I do like taking breaks in between Dagannoth King trips, because it's very easy, or you can either just log out right here, or you can run out and go do it. And there isn't anyone in here, which is nice. I need to do some research because I know that the beta has been up for a really long time, but I haven't looked at it. So some things that I need to look at are new prices of items, because if I'm going to try to make money, I need to have a plan on how I'm going to do that. And one of the hard things is you can't really camp anything anymore after this, so it might be more difficult to make money in that sort of fashion. So it might actually be more dependent on luck. I'm not really sure. Maybe on what you're going to kill or what you're going to get for what you're trying to get as a drop. I'm not sure how good Berserker rings and Archer's rings and Seer's rings are going to be. I think they were supposed to get buffed up to the point where they would actually be the most powerful ring in that category, which they're right now, but you can imbue them and everything. I think they were supposed to be pretty helpful though, or they were getting taken out of the game. I don't remember. I hope it's not the latter, because that would suck. Dagannoth Prime, are you dead? I don't really want to do a tri-bidding run for the whole thing. And Anagogic, oh, water tallies, god damn it. Okay, so whenever I get a water talisman drop, I'm gonna try to get it. Oh, it was only one, that sucks. Okay, so now I actually have to fight off this guy again and take Dagannoth Supreme. Might as well get the Dagannoth then. So that was a troll, because when you're at Dagannoth Kings, some of the good drops that you can get, one of them is water talismans from Dagannoth Prime. And the reason that's so good is because they're like 7k each, and you can get up to 60 of them or something, so you're making about 420k off of that drop. So since I got one of them, that was maybe the worst drop that I could have gotten. And now I have to set up this whole part again. And I don't want to be around when Dagannoth Prime spawns, so I'll try to stay out of his range. So far the trip is going fine. I have a semi DPS build where I don't have the most tanky things, but I've got damage. I've got some pretty good damage output. And let's see, steel knives and Dagannoth bones. I can take 2 of these, and then let me see if I can get away from here. Alright. And back to SS flicking. Right. It's been a while since I've actually played RuneScape for a severely long time. I don't want to get punched. Alright. So now I have to relearn how to do this, because it has been that long. Okay. So RuneScape base its functions off of tick techniques, so if I can just sit here and then time the ticks, I should be able to do this without using any prayer. And I did use prayer there, but I'm actually full HP, and that's all that I really wanted to do. As long as I can do more damage and heal more than I'm taking, that is okay with me. So I got a Renar and Dagannoth Bones. So I guess since I don't have much to talk about, I'll actually talk about what I plan on doing in this series. And the first thing that I actually want to do, because I think I mentioned this during the first video, it was to make money, and I am still in accordance with that. I do want to make money, but some things have changed because of that last thing that I just mentioned, the evolution of combat. I've been talking about that for a while. Also, I want to keep this kind of like a action-based, more kind of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I want to make it more interactive than just me skilling, because if I just sit there and skill, then I'm not really doing anything, and it kind of sucks, because that would just be me standing there, say, mining something instead of me killing a boss. And since the evolution of combat is coming out, you actually will see more of me bossing and me trying out things than you would just of me mining. So maybe in 6 days, it could actually be something kind of good and beneficial for you guys. One of the things I actually want to try out after this, or after I make some money to the point where I can buy supplies, is how well do I do at Bando soloing with the new combat system. And another thing is, I guess, just overall God Wars Dungeon soloing. I'm not sure how many people are going to be there. I'm imagining it's going to be quite packed. So Here's an example. I actually went to DK's, not DK's. I went to the KVD the other day, and it was completely filled to the brim with level 138s, and that's kind of pathetic. Not that I'm saying that if you're a 138 and you're a King Black Dragon that it's pathetic, but you could be doing other things. And if you've got full Bandos on, I can understand why you might not want to go Bandos all the time because it's boring and there's a low levels there. And there's a lot of people there that are just kind of tools, but everyone in the game that has money, they just decide to keep on making it, and it gets extremely annoying. So they updated the King Black Dragon so that lower level players could actually get a decent drop, and that they would have something to do, a boss to kill. Instead, what happened was really high level players just decided to go to the King Black Dragon and camp it for that drop, the Dragon Rider things, boots and gloves, because they found out that it was really profitable if they stood there for a really long time. And that's fine, whatever, but it sucks because that just kind of ruins lower levels, because there's no way that a lower level is going to get a drop off of a monster when they're going against a level 138 with full Bandos, Rapier, Steel Titan, and Overloads. That's ridiculous. There's no way in hell. Maybe if you get like 3 Ruby Bolt specs in a row, but that's kind of unlikely too. One of the things that I'm actually kind of worried about, I guess, with the evolution of combat is that I might not be able to use bolt enchantments because I might not have a high enough level crossbow. So they were going to come out with a dragon crossbow. I'm not sure what from, but I did see the dragon crossbow in the beta, and that's kind of exciting because it's a higher level crossbow. But it was two-handed, and you can't use enchanted bolts with it. The only thing that you could actually use really good enchanted bolts with was a chaotic crossbow, but I'm not about to go to dungeoneering for hours on hours trying to get that. Maybe I might in a video but it's like one of those things where it's kind of like League of Legends. If you're level 1 and you're doing it, it really sucks to watch compared to people that are really good at it. It's kind of like one of those things where you need to know what you're doing in order to do it well, and it's got a huge learning curve. So if I do try to do that, I would try to hold off on that for a while before you guys just sit there and tear me a new one because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. What's another thing that I could do? I could also... Yeah, because so ranging is going to be basically obsolete for me. I'm not sure how Armadillo is going to go then, so I might not go Armadillo boss. But I'm going to solo things until I have enough money to pay off maybe 99 herb lore or something like that. I should still get 99 mining. I'm really close to 99 mining. Speaking of which, I'm 800k off of 98, so I'm like 2 mil off of 99. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. I'm just lazy and unmotivated. I'll get that soon, actually. That'd be kind of exciting, because I do have some AFK time over Thanksgiving break, which is next week for me, thankfully, in America, because I don't think Europeans would celebrate Thanksgiving. But yeah, so when Thanksgiving comes around, I'm gonna have some free time where I'm actually going to be reading, filling out applications for college, and I'll probably be AFK playing Runescape or something like that, because those are my main priorities, and I'll try to get this done basically as soon as possible. And Runescape could be actually a good thing that I could just have, split screened to basically just occupy my time while I'm doing those things. Because RuneScape's also really AFK if you're doing something like skilling. That's only going to be in 20 days, so yeah, I could do that. While I'm learning the combat system, I could actually just start off by what was I even saying? I could start off by skilling for a while. That'd be a good way. Not to just to jump into it, but actually do the tutorial, practice on some PvP, safe PvP in Duel Arena, and then eventually progress from smaller level monsters to higher level monsters. So I think I'm actually going to end the video here. I'm not sure how... no, I'll keep... I already said it. Yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Right now in my pack yak, if you can see this really quickly, it's still full. So after this Dagannoth King wrecks, I will actually be done. I'm not sure. I'm not sure really what I'm going to do after this, but that is my plan for a while. I'm not sure how long this video's been, and I'm not sure how long these videos are actually going to be. I want to keep them around an 18 to 20 minute length. That way it's actually fairly long, and I won't come out with too many videos, because if I have too many videos and they're lower kind of timed content like gameplays, then it becomes a hassle to upload them. But if they're too long, then I don't have enough for a decent series. But this is actually going to be a fairly long series, because when do I stop? I have no goal. Therefore, it's going to go on for a while. So if you guys enjoyed the video, or if you guys like the series, feel free to like the video. If you don't like the video, feel free to dislike the video and actually thumbs it down, because it's actually a good idea to get both sides in there. If it's a bad video, I am completely willing to accept a complete hatred for this series in general. So do whatever you guys feel like. I also will greatly appreciate ratings, as it tells me if this is a good thing to make, or if it is a bad thing to make, or continue doing. So thank you guys for watching this, and I will see you guys later. Bye.